Today I'm gonna attempt to build and destroy unbreakable Lego builds, with each build getting bigger and each test getting more extreme. So anyway, let's go. Okay, now one day I randomly decided to visit Legoland, a literal land of Lego, where you'll find hundreds of giant Lego builds made from thousands of pieces. But something I noticed about these builds is that they're completely glued together and don't come apart. So that made me realize, what if I try gluing Lego to see if it can form the most indestructible Lego build possible? It feels illegal, but if Lego can do it, I can too. So I quickly pulled up to the nearest store to my house and bought the strongest glue I could. But before we glue our first Lego build, let's start by gluing a single Lego piece. Wow, it's actually not coming off. I can see why Emmett hates this so much. Next, let's try gluing a single Lego figure to see if he becomes immortal. Ow. Yeah, he's not coming off. Now let's try hitting him with a hammer. Let's go! Oh crap, part of the base plate literally came with this foot. Okay, the first build we're gonna glue is this Lego ball made from 300 bricks. But first, let's test it without being glued. Yeah, as expected, this ball did not survive, so I then rebuilt it, but glued every piece of it together. Okay, I gave it an hour to dry, so let's drop it again. Wow, that really did nothing. So now I'm gonna take this ball outside and keep testing it until it breaks. So first, let's try rolling it. Okay, nothing's happening. Next, let's see if you can kick it. Yes, you can. Next, let's try rolling it down this slide. Wow, this ball is genuinely not breaking. So this next test is gonna need to be even harder, so let's try rolling it down some stairs. Wow, even that didn't work. So I have one final plan, which is surely gonna break it, and is dropping it off this ledge. 3, 2, 1, go! Well, I guess that ball was not indestructible, so on to the next build. This is a brand new iPhone. And this is a brand new iPhone when you don't use a case. So I actually bought a second phone, and this time I'm gonna build a custom Lego case for it using super glue to see if it can protect it. First, let's try dropping it. Okay, that didn't do anything. What about hitting it with a hammer? Apple should make this a real phone case, guys. Now I'm gonna take the phone outside because I'm gonna actually drop it this time, but from my height. Nope. Wow, I dropped it 3 times and it didn't even crack. And for this final test, I'm gonna run this phone case over with a car. Ain't no way that stayed together. Don't be mad, by the way, because this actually isn't a real phone. Before we glue the next big Lego item, I asked my fans what I should glue. This person said to glue a bunch of base plates together. Even without being glued, this thing's already unbreakable. Okay, first let's try dropping it. Wow, it literally sounds like a brick. Okay, it dented the brick, but yeah, this thing's not coming apart. Someone told me to build a super glued Lego tower, so I built this one using small bricks. Alright, let's try this. Oh, we can even use Lego to create illegal connections, like this double-sided brick, or I combine these 2 triangle plates to form 1 square plate. The police are on their way right now. And finally, what about gluing 2 minifigures together? Wait, not that one. Ooh, well, now they're gonna be in a relationship forever. Okay, this next build I'm gonna glue is this Lego airplane made from 500 pieces. The plane can seat 12 different passengers, and up front is a cockpit for the pilots to fly. So let's seal up the roof of this plane, because I'm gonna simulate progressively harder crashes until it's destroyed, starting with an emergency water landing. Okay, the entire front of the plane came off, and it no longer has pilots flying it. But the rest of the plane is intact, and the passengers are inside. So I then went to the store and found this giant fan. And no, not someone who watches my videos, an actual real fan that I'm gonna fly the plane into. And we're gonna see if it gets shredded. Okay, I have no clue what I'm doing right now, so please like so I don't die. Okay, it looks like we broke the fan, and my neighbors probably hate me right now. Let's see if the plane survived. Wow, that literally did nothing, and the passengers are still alive in the plane. Now I'm gonna take the plane outside again, because for this next test, I'm gonna try flying it into a tree. Uh-oh, one of the jet engines came off. Also, it lost a wing, but the passengers are still safe. So for this final test, I'm gonna throw the plane into the ground, which should definitely break it this time. Okay, how the heck did that not break? The front of the plane bent. Oh, the passengers didn't have their seatbelts on though. This is a super glued Lego house, and we're gonna test how strong it is against this house, which isn't super glued. So to test them, I'm gonna drop a weight on each one. First, the unglued one. Okay, now the one that is glued. Okay, the chimney bent, but the house did not come apart. So next, let's try shooting the glued house with this Nerf gun. Okay, the only thing that broke was this plant. What about hitting it? Wow, if the world came to an end, I'm definitely living in this house. Okay, it's time to pull up to the Lego store and buy the next Lego item to glue. And this time, it's the $60 Lego Toyota Supra made from 900 pieces. Okay, this car comes with a lot of features. Like underneath the hood, there's this satisfying engine that actually works. So for this first test, let's try driving it into this concrete wall. Wow, that did literally nothing. What about launching it off this speed bump? Okay, the front of the car got damaged this time, but it still drives. I then crashed another car into it. I ran it into this tree. I dropped this rock on it. That didn't do anything either. Then I rolled it down some stairs and a wheel came off. But this next test might destroy it, because I'm gonna drop it into this fan to see if it gets shredded. Please don't do this at home, by the way. What the heck? The fan just stopped. Wow, the whole front of the car got cooked, but this next test will surely destroy it because I'm gonna run this Lego car over with a real car. Wow, that crunching sound blessed my ears, but the car got completely flattened. So for this final test, let's see if it can handle getting dropped 100 times. Wow, you literally can't even tell this was a car. And for the final, biggest Lego build we're gonna glue, it's this giant Lego man made from 600 pieces. But before we do that, let's test his strength without being glued. Yeah, he did not survive that. So I then spent the next few hours building a clone version of him that's super glued. So let's try that again. He's completely unfazed. But I have many more tests planned and I won't stop until he's completely destroyed. Starting with my dog. What about bouncing him off this trampoline? Wow, his arm surprisingly came off. So I then beat him with this bat. I hit him with this massage gun. Yeah, that doesn't do anything either. And I even hit him with these nunchucks. I then threw him against my wall. I dropped a ball on him. I even stepped on him. And that actually caused his shoulder to crack, but he was still together. So I had one final plan to destroy him. So I then took him into the middle of the desert for one final test. Because now I'm gonna pull him behind this giant truck. Let's go, his head came off. We finally destroyed him. Comment what I should do next, subscribe, and thanks for watching.
Purple studs in my bank account, run up the digits, counting up the Lego money like Lord business. Always with my minifigs, I'm with the crew, master spins, jitsu, call me says say woo.